Welcome in, friends. This is Charlie with Charlie's Life, and I am a 77-year-old woman living solo and thriving. Did you realize that about 1 in 3 people over the age of 60 are living alone, whether it's by their choice, like me, or because of life's circumstances. So it's important with that many people uh, going into that phase of their life, whether they selected it or not. It's important for all of us to understand the things, occurrences, realities of our life surrounding our relationships, our finances, our decisions, our medical care, all of that and more. And so I created this channel to address so many of those issues. And hopefully you'll be able to glean some information that you can use and apply as practical tips to make sure that you're not just living day by day, but thriving day by day. To me, my philosophy is if you have breath in your body and you have the desire to do things, I drown out the limiting beliefs and I go for those things in spite of what people may say or the discouragement that we may hear, which we will, but we need to understand how to handle those things, how not to be angry about them, because as we all have, we've grown up with beliefs about senior citizens. I remember when I was a kid, and the first time in my memory that I can remember seeing an older person. And of course, as a kid, an older person to you can be somebody in their 40s, right? But I mean a really older person with the wrinkles and the age spots which I'm starting to get, oh my gosh. And who may not be walking with that pep in their step or appearing as if they are no longer viable citizens. But I used to remember as a kid thinking, I wonder what they're thinking about. How do they live? And of course, with your relatives as a youngster, you do get a glimpse inside of that when you visit your senior relatives, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and other relatives and their friends. And if you're a churchgoer like I am, you see as a kid a lot of senior citizens. So there is that curiosity. But as I've aged into now 77 and I've decided to live solo because I have been married multiple times, and that's for another day. I've decided that for me, living solo is just the best decision I've ever made. And so for you all, I just want to address some of the pros and cons. I also want to offer training on certain things, share with you how to make supplemental income. So there's a lot more to come. I was in information technology for 40 years, so I have a lot that I can share. I was also training in those environments. I trained at all levels of corporations. So I'm really eager to get back to offering training on various tools. And so if I have to define a niche because all the YouTube gurus say defined a niche. My niche is me. I've lived so long, thank God, and I've acquired so many experiences. I've traveled to over 33 countries, both as a part of work and personal. And these are experiences I am eager to share. But the gurus say you need to pick a niche. I am that niche. I have far too many areas of experiences that I want to share with you to choose one. One of the reasons I decided to walk away from my corporate life was because I was tired of having people tell me this is what I need to do and when I need to do it. Now, I was in a high earner category, and people sit back and say, oh yeah, well, you're making so many dollars, then you have to be happy with your job. Let me tell you something. I started at the bottom, and supervisors and managers can be micromanaging and get on your nerves and let you know when you have to go to the bathroom and when you come back. It doesn't change. I mean, the higher you go, nobody's going to tell you when to and when not to come back from your potty breaks, but there are other things that take the place of that, which are just as irritating and controlling. So I decided, I literally abruptly, not very responsible, after a meeting one day, and I went into my manager and handed in my resignation and said, see ya. I literally walked out on my job because at that point, when I was sitting in that last meeting, I determined that if I kept doing that job, I was probably making my sick, and I probably wouldn't survive to my current age. So I chose health over money. And I'm glad I did. I have been thriving ever since. I'll have a video on the pros and cons of living solo, but I'll tell you, my list of cons is so small that I would never change it. I can't even imagine, other than my dog, Sirius, anybody living with me for a prolonged period of time. But anyway, I just want to come on and introduce myself, introduce my channel, Charlie's Life, Gracefully Aging with Charlie, and invite you to subscribe, like, and comment. Tell me things like this. Where are you in your solo life? What kinds of help or solutions do you need to continue to thrive? What limiting beliefs do you have about yourself after having so many negative things put in your mind as you grew up until your retirement? Just share with me who you are, and I'll of course answer every comment, every inquiry, but I hope you join me in this walk of aging, and I certainly look forward to spending time with you. So please comment as much as you like, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell, since I'm starting new on this channel, and I would like for all of you who find it interesting to be notified when content comes out. My plan is to post once a week, and I'm hoping it'll be on Wednesdays, but no later than Thursdays. And I look forward to sharing that information with you and receiving information from you. So in the meantime, please be kind to one another. Love is the one thing we can do to stay extremely healthy. Be blessed.